Hello, good afternoon, happy Monday. Welcome to Chocolate One. My name is Beth, get my apron straight, oops, wrong way. My name is Beth Hitchcock. I'm an independent designer with Couture, and I've dedicated Mondays to Beginner Mondays. I didn't realize that yesterday when I just came on briefly and showed the project we were going to do today. So I kind of, this is the project I have planned for today. Welcome to the patch and welcome to our web. So we'll see if we can get both of those done today. And it's not exactly a beginner's, but I still will go step by step for you on how to do that. Firstly, though, if you don't know what Couture is, it's a DIY home decor company where we use our beautiful Chalkology paste or ink to create beautiful things on chalkboards, on wood surfaces, on ceramics, on fabric, just about anything you can lay a transfer on. You can use our Chalkology paste or our ink for that. I think we did go live. Let me check here really quick. And I'll invite our VIP group. If you're not a member of my VIP group, just message me and I will get your name added to that. That's where I offer, let's see here, share, specials and deals and all kinds of great things. So you want to be in on that. I'll have a promotion starting this week for my VIP members. So anyway, so Couture is a great company. I've been with them for almost a year. It'll be a year at the end of September, and I've had a blast doing it. A good way to experience Couture is with Club Couture. Club Couture is a monthly subscription. It's only $19.99 a month, and you get a B-size transfer that's 8.5 by 11 and 3 coordinating paste packets mailed to your home every single month, and shipping is free for that. And then there's other perks that go along with that. Every month there's a promotion for club members, and you get a flat rate of $4.95 shipping for anything that you order from the catalog. So I will be sure to put that link in there if you want more information about that. Please just drop me a message and I will get you all that information. So that's kind of Club Couture. The other thing is how to become a designer, such as myself, and reap wonderful benefits. You can make it a home business. If you want to make it your side gem, where you can make a little extra cash, it's awesome. For me, the perk is that I get to come into my craft room every single day and create and do a live with you and just have a lot of fun doing it. I'm really enjoying this craft. And some green tea this afternoon. It was a little cooler today, finally. I actually had to wear a sweatshirt some of the day today. I wanted to show you, I had shown you this little truck that I did last week. There's a couple of different transfers on that. This is our vintage truck, and then this is the board and base, or the base that it stands on. And what I did was I used our buffalo check for the top and the side, and then when I go to put a Christmas design on the back of that truck, it'll be this way. And so I have a double-sided stand for this adorable little vintage truck. And I think he just came out so cute. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to set him over here. Whoops! Whoops. Oh, I'm so glad that didn't knock the camera over. Holy moly. Okay. So this is our 9x9 double-sided box frame. So it's got a wood finish, a white wood finish, like a whitewash on this side. And then the back is a natural wood look. So we're going to do a little painting with this today. I pre-cut my tape because I'm going to tape off the inside of the frame just to prevent me from getting paint in there. I tend to get a little sloppy when I'm painting. And we're going to turn this into something really pretty. and fun. I don't think it's going to take us that long either. It's one thing about Couture is that the paste dries really fast, and the ink dries relatively quickly too, especially if you use our little heat set tool. There we go. Push that down a little bit. All right, put my glasses on. And I wanted to mention, let me see if I can find the rest of these little tools. There's a new artist kit, and I have to say, this is like the nicest brush ever. It's soft, it's thick in width, and it cleans up really nicely. And then there's this little teensy weensy, tiny weeny, itsy bitsy blue polka dot, not a bikini, but it's a tiny squeegee. And then there's this little detail tool, and then this little blending tool. And this is a great value. I'm telling you, this brush alone is worth it. And then the squeegee tool comes in really handy too. I haven't used the other two yet, but I'm sure I will. Okay, we're gonna do, welcome to our web first. I'm gonna do that. I wanna get some fall stuff on my walls. So what I'm gonna do, I have two jars of water here. I'm just going to get my brush wet. And then I have a black acrylic paint, and this is called slate gray, like a gray acrylic paint. Let me just go over here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put a little dot. Let me see, which way do I want the wood grain going? I think I want it going. You could, do you want the wood grain going vertical or do you want it going horizontal? And I think I want it going horizontal today. I don't know that it makes that big of a difference, but we're gonna do it this way today. If you're coming on and watching, I really appreciate it that you say hello, that you like and follow my page. Give me that thumbs up, blow me a kiss, and share this with other friends on Facebook that you have. So we're just going to start getting this on here. And we're going to blend these colors together, and we'll use a little paper towel press on this. I want it a little bit darker on the edges, but I'll show you what we do with the paper towel. We'll take some of this water and lift up some of the paint, and so it's going to leave us just kind of a little streaky on it. Let's do that again. And just kind of get your brush strokes nice and even. Let's see what happens when we do this again. You can see how the paper towel press leaves a little bit of the pattern in there. I like that a lot. Now let's turn it this way. Rinse my brush out, and we get I think I want it even a tiny bit darker at the bottom. A little darker. You kind of just keep with this, you just kind of keep adding layers of paint till you get the look that you know, is attractive to your eye. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, now let's do the darker gray color. This is a really darker gray. It's almost the same color. We'll see what happens when we go to, I want to blend those in there a little bit. When we go to paper press that, and we'll see if that lightens it up a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that. I still think I want it darker at the top, so I'm going to add a little more black to the top here. Just kind of pull that in. Darker around the edges. I notice I kind of work my jaw when I'm concentrating. I have a terrible habit of grinding my teeth. I just, or clenching and, well, clenching and grinding, I guess. Trying to, you know, I wear a mouth guard at night and everything, and this morning I woke up with quite a ache in my jaw, so I try to be conscious of that. Really don't want to crack my teeth. Where's our gray? Here it is. We can blend this a little bit more. I'm liking it. It's getting spookier, right? So this is, you know, this is taking Couture another step. So it's, like I said, it's really not like beginner, but using these paints are so easy. These are just craft store acrylic paints. I get them at Walmart usually. They're like, I don't know, 50 cents or $1 for a bottle of paint, and they kind of allow you to add a richness or a different layer to your boards. So that looks pretty good. I like how that's looking. So let's try this and see what we get. Just want to dry it really good. I think it's kind of darkening up a little bit as it dries even. I thought I heard today that the border opened up between Canada and the United States. Does anybody know if that's true? heard that on somebody was doing a project and they were listening to the news in the background and heard that. I just want to get this really nice and dry. The wood got a little bit wet from us painting it. We can take the tape off now though. Be able to use that on the other side. And this is just blue painter's tape. It works, I think it works really good for taping off your frames versus we sell, Couture sells a tape too, but this tape, I have a lot more on a roll, so I like to use the Couture tape on my transfers when I'm having to tape off a section that I don't want to paste. Keep those corners dried really good. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to find my wax. Here it is. On camera, it looks like it froze. I don't know. No, there it goes. Weird. So this is just a finishing wood wax. And I'm going to put a layer of it on here. And then we're going to buff it so it gets a little shiny. This adds a layer of protection for when I go to put my transfer down. Since our paint hasn't cured, it's just, you know, freshly put down. It's dried, but it usually takes 24 to 48 hours for paint to really cure. Little cloth I use to buff it off. It's just a microfiber cloth. And then you can kind of see when you're doing it, it kind of adds a little bit of a shine to your surface. And if you've watched my videos, you'll know that I wax all my woods, and I do this process. They're also saying now that feels really good, to use like the little heat dry tool, and after you put the wax on, to warm it up so it really sets into the wood. And so there's a couple of reasons why I do this. One is so my transfer pulls up easily and it doesn't pull the paint up. Also, if I make a mistake or I get a bleed on my surface, then it's a lot easier for me to clean that off when there's wax on it. And like I said, I wax all my wood surfaces. Just, it works for me. Not everybody does, but it works for me. Okay, so there's that. Now let's get our transfer. Just a second and find my marker. Here it is. I store my transfers back in the cellophane envelope that they came in, and I hang them on shower rings on my a dowel and an armoire in my bedroom. So in order for me to find things a little easier, these are called Seasonal Welcome. I write it up here in the white part of the envelope. And then over here, I write what catalog this was out of. So this is the Fall/Winter 2021. Because a year or 2 years down the road, when I see this transfer and I think, oh gosh, what was the intent of this? What did they design this to look like in the catalog? Because you know, there's so much inspiration in our catalog. I can go back to that catalog and find this idea. And then it opens at the bottom. And this is a D size transfer. It's one of the big ones. It's 18 by 18. Or actually I think it's 17 and a half by 17 and a half. Not exactly sure. So I'm going to save this over here. And then, and I don't think I've cut this apart, I go along my transfer on the edge until I find an area that wants to pull up a little bit. I just roll my fingers, and sometimes it takes a little bit. And this one is that it? Nope. Maybe over here. There we go. Okay, and then what I do is I take our wonderful transfer trimmers, and you can see it's divided. This is 4 different transfers. It's divided with these white cut lines. Oh, maybe I did cut this already. I did. Oh, well, what I was going to tell you what I do is I take it and I zip it along there. That way I keep my transfers intact on the backer sheet. You can certainly just cut the backer sheet along with your transfer, but then you want to make sure you mark the back of your transfer, each one individually, the top of it, because you'll have different sizes of backer sheets and you want it to fit as well as possible back on them. I'll just set this over here for now. I'm going to grab a fuzzing cloth. And our fuzzing cloth has 2 sides, terry cloth side and then the microfiber side. And we fuzz it to take some of the stick off. This is a brand new transfer. That feels pretty good. Okay, now we're going to put the little spider web at the top, and we're going to do like an ombre effect on this. And then take your hand and just go over your transfer and smooth out your transfer, push it down. You want it really stuck good to your surface. And you don't want any air in that silk screen. So just run your finger over all of the detail of the transfer. Lots of spiders and spider webs in this year's Halloween. I have a little tiny bump there. Let me pull that up. I'm just going to tip that corner so it's easier to pull. Where did I feel that? Felt it somewhere. Right there. Just the tiniest little particle can make a bump, and then that can make a bleed. Okay, so there we go. So now I pulled out white, bright white, and black velvet, and we'll do the ombre. You could also do the shimmers, but I think we'll stick with these. I'm gonna grab a couple of squeegees, open my paste. That lid is getting gunky. Grab a wet wipe over here. Remember to get a new jug of them out today. Okay. So we did dark to light, and we're going to go light to dark the opposite way. So I'm going to get, oh, what I want to do first is stir these up. So the pigments in our paste can, I want to get rid of this clump right here. The pigments can separate, and so all you do is just take a little stir stick and stir it back together. Not white so much, but more of the, you know, the different colors. Add a tiny squirt of distilled water. If you have to thin your paste down, make sure you have distilled water to do that with. You don't want to introduce anything that can cause mold to grow in your paste. Like I have well water, so I wouldn't, you know, there's probably lots of different little things in there. Distilled is the purest form of, you know, it's boiled, it's distilled, so. All right, there we go. And let's do the black one so we're ready to go with it. The black consistency looks fine. Don't need to add water to that. And it's rare that you have to add water to these, the new formula paste, but I've noticed we had like 6 weeks of really hot weather, unseasonably warm. And when I would be in here working and the air conditioner was on, my projects were drying so fast. I don't know, it took the humidity out of the air or something, so. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our web. And I just put it on at a 90-degree angle. Cover my silk screen. And because I'm going to be blending this, I'm going to put it on a little thicker than I normally would, and then we'll go back and skim it off. So I want to get right over the top of welcome. Okay, it's pretty, I have it on there pretty thick. And now we're gonna come down here and do our black. Okay, now for some fun, leave a little bit of this black paste up here. I'm going to take since I have black on this, I'm going to take this and start swirling it into, let me grab a little white here. Just start swirling this together. Just so we kind of get a gradient. And take a different finger, and it's starting to dry on us. And then swirl it up a little bit to get us another color up here. then one more finger and get that swirled in there. Okay, then we'll go back through and scrape this off. I feel like my white paste is drying up there, darn it, but we'll see. I'm going to just tip my finger into this and I'm going to re-wet this paste here. I hope I didn't over-wet it. Okay, now I've got a mess on my hands here. Get this paste off. Ooh. That's why I wear an apron. I'll lift this up and see how we did. Looks pretty good. Pulling up a little bit there, but looks pretty cool. Okay, let me hold that up and show you. It came out cute. I like it. Okay, I'm going to set this over here, and then I'm going to get, I have a pan of water. I have a board eraser. What I like to do is get the paste off of it a little bit with just my fingers. My fingers needed washing anyway, let me tell you. This just kind of helps it from gunking up your board eraser right away. Loosen that paste off of there because it was starting to dry on my project. Okay, take my board eraser and go over the top of it. The preferred method of doing this is, for me personally, is at my kitchen sink. I have a deep sink, and that's my preferred way to do it. But in order to show you how I do it, you know, I have to have just this little pan of water here. And then I flip it over and we take that fuzziness off the back that we put on from the fuzzing cloth. There we go. Then what I do, when I'm doing it in a pan of water like this, is then I like to take it, bring it over to my fuzzing cloth and go over it again and see if I can get more off with my Find This spray bottle. Just give it a spray. And it's okay if you have pigment left on your on the vinyl part, the green teal colored part of your silk screen. You just, the main goal that you want is you want to get it out of that silk screen. You don't want any paste drying in there because that's going to alter your transfer, your project when your print, if you will. And we'll do it one more time over here. looks good. Now we'll flip this over to the microfiber side. And dry it with your microfiber side of your cloth. Do it over here. You can do the same thing. Okay, and there's our clean transfer. It's all ready for our next go. So let me put these away. Okay, so I did a couple of extra steps there. First was the painting, and then, you know, doing the ombre effect. But up here, my paste was starting to dry on my silk screen. And so what that means is that when I would have gone to pull up my silk screen, the paste would have been dried in the silk screen, not on the surface where I want it. You can see right here, you can see right on the edges here where it actually pulled the paste up a little bit, but because it's kind of a gray color, it looks fine. It looks okay in there. But I think that came out really nice. I like it. So I think, because I don't have a big following today, I'm going to leave it here, and then tomorrow I'll come back and do the other side. So we'll have the Halloween side, and then tomorrow we're going to put a fall side on here. Welcome fall. Is that what it says? Welcome to our patch. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. Oh, that was what I put on the truck. I think I put, maybe not, maybe it wasn't that. It was one of these little transfers that it had pumpkin patch on it, and I put that on the truck. So anyways, I'm really happy with how this came out. I think it looks great. So I will be back tomorrow for another fun and exciting project. So until we talk again, take care.